What happens when someone dares to walk a different path? To see the world through a lens that challenges the norms and shatters the illusions. Society, for all its proclamations of celebrating individuality, often reacts with resistance, suspicion, and even hostility. This is the reality Sigma males face daily. They aren't rebels for the sake of rebellion, nor do they seek to dominate or conform. Instead, they chart their own course, guided by their internal compass rather than external expectations. They value solitude, authenticity, and critical thinking, all traits that society often misunderstands or actively resists. Sigma males challenge societal norms by refusing to adhere to arbitrary rules, question the status quo, and prioritize self-awareness over blind compliance. Yet instead of being celebrated, their divergence often makes them targets. Whether it's in workplaces, relationships, or even casual social interactions, their independent mindset unsettles those who are accustomed to conformity. Studies in psychology reveal a phenomenon called groupthink bias, where those who challenge the collective mindset are often marginalized, regardless of the validity of their perspective. Sigma males by nature disrupt this dynamic simply by existing. By the end of this video, you'll understand how society punishes Sigma males for thinking differently and why this resistance says more about society than it does about them. Before we begin, consider joining our private members-only community. Here you'll gain exclusive access to videos only for members, live Q&A sessions, and a space where individuality is celebrated, not punished. Join today and connect with others who think like you, without judgment. Now let's discover the subtle and not so subtle ways society punishes those who dare to think differently. 1. The stigma of nonconformity. Society thrives on predictability. People are more comfortable when others fit into predefined roles that are easy to understand, categorize, and control. Sigma males, however, refuse to conform to these expectations. They don't follow societal scripts, and this deviation often makes them a target for criticism, exclusion, and misunderstanding. For instance, a Sigma male may choose not to climb the corporate ladder in a traditional way. Instead, he might carve his own path, building his career on his terms, prioritizing freedom over hierarchy. While this approach is logical and fulfilling to him, society often sees it as laziness, arrogance, or defiance. This stigma of nonconformity extends to social interactions. Sigma males aren't interested in mindless small talk or superficial relationships. They value deep, meaningful connections, which often makes them seem aloof or antisocial to those who don't understand their mindset. The irony is, society's judgment of their independence reveals more about its need for conformity than the Sigma male's perceived flaws. This societal pushback creates a cycle. The more a Sigma male distances himself from societal norms, the more society labels him as an outsider. The punishment isn't always direct. It can come in the form of exclusion, gossip, or subtle alienation. Sigma males often find themselves standing alone, not because they can't fit in, but because they choose not to compromise their authenticity. But this isn't a weakness, it's a strength. Sigma males understand that true freedom comes at a cost. They accept the stigma of nonconformity because they value their individuality more than the approval of the crowd. 2. The isolation of independent thinking. In a society built on collective ideologies, independent thinking is often seen as a threat. Sigma males, with their introspective and analytical approach, challenge the comfort zones of those who prefer to think within the box. This resistance to groupthink can lead to a sense of isolation, both imposed by society and chosen by the Sigma male himself. One way this manifests is in professional environments. Sigma males often approach problems with creativity and innovation, questioning outdated practices and suggesting unconventional solutions. Rather than being applauded, these ideas are often dismissed or met with hostility. Why? Because they disrupt the status quo. Most organizations, like society at large, favor compliance over ingenuity. In personal relationships, Sigma males' refusal to follow traditional roles can also lead to friction. They don't feel compelled to follow societal timelines for marriage, family, or career milestones. This independence often leads others to misunderstand their intentions, viewing them as uncommitted or emotionally unavailable. The truth, however, is that Sigma males prioritize authenticity over societal expectations. This societal punishment is subtle but pervasive. It's the cold shoulder at gatherings, the whispers of judgment in the background, or the overt exclusion from decision-making circles. Yet Sigma males rarely let this affect them. Their independence isn't just a trait, it's a survival strategy in a world that punishes those who think for themselves. 3. Misunderstood as arrogant or cold. One of the most common misconceptions about Sigma males is that they're arrogant or emotionally detached. Society often equates quiet confidence with superiority and independence with selfishness. This misunderstanding isn't just frustrating for Sigma males. It's a form of social punishment that reinforces their isolation. Sigma males don't boast about their achievements, nor do they seek validation from others. They are content in their own skin, and this lack of neediness can make others feel insecure. Instead of seeing their behavior as self-assured, people often label them as arrogant. Similarly, their emotional independence is often mistaken for coldness. Sigma males don't express their feelings in overt or dramatic ways, preferring to keep their emotions private. This restraint is a sign of emotional maturity, but society, conditioned to equate loudness with authenticity, often misinterprets it. The result? Sigma males are judged unfairly for traits that are actually strengths. This judgment is a subtle form of punishment, discouraging them from being themselves. However, Sigma males rarely alter their behavior to fit societal expectations. They understand that staying true to their nature is more important than being misunderstood. 4. The pushback against quiet leadership. Leadership is often associated with dominance, charisma, and a loud presence. But Sigma males challenge this stereotype with their quiet, understated leadership style. They lead by example rather than by command, earning respect through actions rather than words. While this approach is highly effective, it often goes unrecognized in a society that values showmanship over substance. In group settings, Sigma males are often overlooked for leadership roles because they don't fit the mold of a traditional leader. Their refusal to play office politics or engage in self-promotion makes them easy to dismiss. Yet when they are given the chance to lead, their ability to inspire through action and integrity becomes undeniable. The punishment for their quiet leadership is twofold. First, they are often underestimated or ignored. Second, when they do succeed, they face resentment from those who are threatened by their success. This resistance is a reflection of society's discomfort with leaders who don't conform to its expectations. Sigma males don't let this deter them. They understand that true leadership isn't about recognition, it's about impact. They lead because they believe in the work, not because they seek the spotlight. This quiet resilience is what makes them stand out, even in a world that tries to push them into the shadows. 5. The cost of walking alone. Perhaps the most significant way society punishes Sigma males is by forcing them to walk their path alone. Independence comes at a price, and for Sigma males, that price is often solitude. While they value their independence, the lack of understanding and acceptance from others can feel isolating. Society, by nature, is built on collaboration and conformity. Those who deviate from the norm are often left to fend for themselves. For Sigma males, this isolation isn't just a consequence of their choices, it's a punishment imposed by a world that doesn't know how to accommodate their uniqueness. However, this solitude also becomes their strength. Sigma males learn to rely on themselves, building resilience and self-sufficiency that others can only admire from a distance. They use their solitude to grow, reflect, and refine their vision, emerging stronger and more focused than ever. If this resonates with you, remember, you're not alone. The world may not always understand independent thinkers like Sigma males, but that doesn't diminish the value of their perspective. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and like this video if you found it insightful. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation alive. For those seeking deeper insights and a supportive community of like-minded individuals, consider joining our private members-only room. As a member, you'll unlock exclusive content that discovers the Sigma mindset, access to live Q&A sessions where you can connect with others like you, practical tools and strategies to thrive in a world that resists independent thinkers. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.